Sarah and Sheldon are amongst many couples who have had to reschedule their wedding day due to the COVID-19 pandemic. The couple got engaged in October 2018 with plans to have a destination wedding in Cancun, Mexico last year in August 2020. Destination weddings are common for couples in Toronto, with many resorts in the Caribbean and Mexico catering to marriages. When COVID-19 was declared a pandemic last year in March and travel restrictions were put in place, Sarah and Sheldon had to quickly decide on whether to reschedule their wedding or cancel it altogether.
As summer went through, it just seemed like, this might not go away. And probably the best idea and the safest idea would be to postpone the wedding. So at some point in spring, I think it was in May, we got in contact with our wedding planner and was able to reschedule the wedding for a year later, for this summer of 2021.
Sarah said that her and Sheldon will not let any extra travel costs ruin their wedding, but understand if guests don't feel comfortable enough to travel. Though the couple's wedding is planned for the summer, their guests fear of extra costs and deposit losses.
We don't want to put off the wedding any longer. We both agreed that no matter what the circumstances are, he and I will still go to Mexico, have our wedding that we want.
Amanda is a travel agent that deals primarily with destination weddings, and she says that the pandemic overall has put a full halt to all weddings, even when restrictions were more relaxed at the end of 2020.
So for a lot of people, they don't want to really take the risks, or it just doesn't make sense to them to kind of put themselves in a position where A, medically something could happen, or B, they could be losing their money or their trip could get cut short.
The Canadian government has stopped all flights to and from the Caribbean and Mexico, but if these restrictions are lifted before the summer, guests of Sarah and Sheldon's wedding may not yet feel comfortable enough to travel.
It's really very gray on who's being refunded. A lot of people aren't, and it's not, clear in media reports or news releases from the airlines.
Sarah and Sheldon are like many couples waiting for updates from the government, but until then, wedding preparations will continue with high hopes for summer travels. From Humber News, Victoria Meyer.